Dear toddler, pause for a second. I want to invite an easy query. Are you prepared? For what tactics this night you could solution sure or no, yet the query matters because awareness steadies the heart. Allow the one's phrases settle inside you before anything starts off. Evolve this journey. I understand readiness would possibly feel distant, but I still invite you to lean ahead. You surprise why the timing seems unexpected, why the query surfaces now. Why I call your interest after such a lot of regular hours. Your interest is sincere, and honesty is the doorway to deeper trust. For us tonight carries weight because unseen conversations have grew to become towards your tail messengers in my realm described. 3 pressing topics that form your each day's steps. Their subject rose like clean bells till it reached me. I listened as I always do and chose this second to respond with purpose. For you I chose to talk to you presently due to the fact the proper factor in time has arrived. You are on the threshold of seeing what I've seen the entire manner. The angels spoke of your disappointment, confusion, and experience of delay. They referred to prayers whispered via tears shouted in frustration, or even silent aches lodged too deep for phrases. Nothing of that document escaped me. Ever I obtained each expression, every breath, every pause. I need you to realize that your voice counts, your hurt counts. You depend the request targeted on 3 worries. You know them nicely. They hold to your habitual like shadows. You can't ignore. Each day you have carried them goodbye, that they seem stitched into your respiratory, woven into waking and rest. Yet I view them differently, wherein you feel heavy burden. I notice hidden beginnings. I word the mornings you nearly end, the evenings you requested. If I was searching at all, I inform you currently. Yes, I noticed then, and I observed still. You have got in no way slipped from my cognizance. My gaze does now not wander. I keep consistent and act whilst the instant ripens. Absolutely, that is that second. This night a change will circulate through hidden areas round you. The atmosphere tilted toward your life will hum with new course. Your ordinary sight won't trap it yet, but your internal experience will recognize the motion and breathe slightly less difficult. Soon you may note a flutter in your chest, or relaxed without apparent reason, or even a sharp focus that feels odd. Do no longer be alarmed. That is absolutely my nearness registering internal UI. Stay close, and closeness can unsettle before it reassures. Allow that reassurance rise gently within you. Requested for exchange, and exchange regularly arrives like a tremor. I will unsettle what cannot, ultimate not to damage, however to reveal what stands for mine. Shaping your life by means of steady truth, not by means of moving chatter. Some connections will loosen, others will come closer. Receive each moves gracefully. Do no longer combat what leaves your life, or cling too tightly to new arrivals. Sure, humans only traveled beside you for a short phase. They leave training and maintain onward. Others will stay and share the street ahead. Trust that every interplay serves a reason, even when the cause isn't obvious yet. Now approximately the first difficulty, the one that steals your sleep. I am addressing it. No regular scheme can settle it absolutely, so I set my own hand upon it, wherein you understand a barrier. I parent an opening. I'm able to now not simply make a course, I'm able to stand in it. Nowadays the second one depend. The only that shook your experience of really worth is receiving attention. As nicely I quiet the echoes that told you lacked cost. Your well-worth does now not rely on achievements. It rests on the regular regard I maintain for you. This night I remind you of that quiet truth once more. I additionally renew the way you name yourself in secret. Cast off the chains of phrases born in depression, for they will no longer bind you. Location inside you, a living word of wish and motive. Maintain it close to your coronary heart till it takes root. Then allow that word manual your steps and form your thoughts and actions on the approaching Day the third difficulty, the only you stopped bringing up due to the fact wish felt foolish has no longer been forgotten, its miles quiet, no longer completed what appears protected truly. Waits, I say it's going to emerge in due season, reshaped past the shape you anticipated. Expect motion in which stillness ruled remembrance, wherein you assumed forget till. Now tonight I ask you to release tight control. Readiness isn't about dealing with each variable, however, about trusting the one who sees past the horizon. Actual readiness looks as if constant. Faith, let believe now, not analysis, outline your posture in this hour. Are you able to keep self-belief even when know-how lags? I dwell closer than your subsequent breath, closer than restless thoughts, even as you scan the outdoor for proof. Quiet paintings keeps internal you, the imaginative and prescient I positioned within changed into never an error. Its timing matures, not cancels, throughout the lengthy silent stretch beforehand. What appeared like put-off served layout, I have delicate you unseen trimming what hides authentic strength. Do not dismiss the adventure, dry landscapes, educated resilience, valleys, deepened roots, unanswered requests taught persistence. Waiting is not wasted time, it is a slow fitting of pieces so that it will quickly unite for excellent. Now the overlaying lifts, you ask for progress, and progress begins this night time, yet my issue reaches deeper than circumstances. I consciousness on who you have become, I press via each floor layer to attain the center. I intend to reply wishes too hidden for you to name aloud. Yet are you inclined to get hold of a love that unsettles and builds immediately? I am no longer restoring a past version of you, but awakening the truest model connected to my cause. Don't forget this season. Unveiling readability replaces dust, light fills corners, and your personal reflection starts to seem new while darkness feels heavy. Don't forget it is nevertheless obvious to me where you sense weakest. My electricity will soon be evident, not in spectacle, but in quiet resilience. What seemed like defeat will screen unexpected benefit. The very cracks that worried you may now permit brightness to filter through softly. Look, the breaking you feared has opened space for my fuller presence. Genuine well-worth is found out when your ordinary defenses give way. Welcome even the pressure, for in those moments something essential is launched quickly. You will shine with beauty born of true encounter. No longer comfort, purpose will upward push where ache as soon as lingered long. Angels are already on path, obligations are being reassigned. Long styles lose grip. You will word hopes returning, opportunities commencing, and timely connections forming. But beyond all of that you'll be aware me once perception shifts the whole thing. Else appears specific. Stroll with me and I'm able to manual you through unmarked ground. I can place you in rooms you by no means imagine. No longer for applause, however, for that means words you probably did not rehearse will come when wished. Assets you probably did no longer earn with the aid of exertions on my own will reach your fingers. My generosity does now not measure sparingly, it pours till containers struggle to preserve it. I do now not definitely give, I overflow. Deal with this night as huge. Choose to trust, choose to relaxation, choose to anticipate me in the info. These decisions made quietly, interior mark turning factors greater simply than any date written somewhere else ever. I am now not random, I carry redemption, not anything is misplaced. No longer a tear, no longer a scar, now not a failure. All will serve a tale worth telling as I retain talking in your coronary heart. Take into account this movement started long ago. What you observe on the earth displays only a portion of moves past sight. My plans by no means arise late, and ailment does not shake me. Each detail of your existence has rested underneath steady interest. Even diversions held reason, and intervals of ready opened wider avenues you could not yet understand. You not often noticed them messengers, and that layout protects you if you saw their complete interest. Your Knees may buckle, yet they have got walked beside you, stood among you and damage. Encouraged you whilst remedy faded and soothed stressed goals. Their care isn't always passive, it's miles intentional and alive. Think again to earlier testimonies so that you hold close what's unfolding. There was Daniel, devoted for the duration of darkish empire days. He prayed usually. Opposed voices tried to silence fact, but Daniel stood company. His prayers rose, piercing unseen realms and setting a struggle in motion above what any eye should witness for days. A solution already dispatched to him changed into hindered by opposing forces. I then sent Michael, a leader messenger, whose arrival broke the resistance. Daniel's answer reached him not because he prayed flawlessly, but due to the fact staying power met timely intervention. Apprehend, put off, never equals denial inside my governance ever so, whilst you whisper even in exhaustion. Messengers pass warfare in higher locations is actual, however your phrases bring weight. In no way anticipate my silence means absence. Struggle may additionally surround the passage of an solution, but the outcome is settled. My will always presses forward until it meets your second in time. Right here, take into account additionally a younger village female named Mary, overlooked by means of the arena, but identified right here. The time arrived for redemption to step into records. I sent Gabriel with a message formed long before he discovered her, added the phrases, and her easy yes allowed centuries of prophecy to transport ahead. He advised her she would bring a promised child. Even though afraid, she agreed. That agreement released joy through unseen halls, and what followed became no longer ease, however reason. People, Daniel and Mary, two awesome decisions, two messenger encounters, yet the effect reached a ways past their lifetimes into unfolding generations of change. In the same manner, contemporary discussions involve you. You are not being judged, you're being positioned. Angels have guarded your path, stood between you and peril, endorsed you toward persistence and quieted night fears. Now they prepare for the subsequent level that your route and reason require to spread. The entirety moves consistent with careful rhythm. I'm in no way overdue or rushed. Correct purpose underlies even the cruel roads you walked. Warmness subtle, you not simply blanketed you. That refining concludes quickly. Observe what messengers do after I talk, and you'll word mercy arriving exactly when required for you. Do not forget, while Abraham lifted a knife over his promised baby, a messenger intervened with best timing and provision. Seemed right away. The take a look at uncovered his heart and organized him for promise. The messenger embodied mercy that day, preventing harm and revealing the continuity of care within each venture you face. Some of you experience equipped to abandon a dream, sensing no pathway ahead. I say, pause, assistance is near. Do not craft everlasting conclusions in temporary distress. Provision awaits discovery within the thicket. Hold your decision till compassion, no longer exhaustion, guides it. My promise continues to breathe and move quickly. Others sense trapped as although walls and chains outline your gift. Don't forget Peter in confinement. A messenger entered quietly. Chains loosened, doorways opened themselves, and he walked into outdoors. I ship similar assist to you. The limit will give up and you'll step out without looking back at all of the bonds you have got worn so long that they felt every day are loosening now. The messenger arrives now, not to negotiate partial freedom but to verify it. Stroll ahead whilst the outlet seems, and let the past continue to be within the beyond. Your movement may be calm, steady and irreversible from here. Recognize this. These money owed are not fascinating testimonies but mirrors of your own. Second, the decisions of the unseen realm are lively now. A document along with your name grows, noting faith, quiet endurance and desire for such qualities. Extra aid is dispatched so you can undergo impending duty properly. The next chapter consists of weight you requested for increasingly More needs maturity, resilience, and readiness. Pressure became authorized not to crush, however, to launch. Affect your. Now not solely a receiver of goodness, you are becoming a conduit. Messengers arrange your path in order that impact reaches those beforehand. Too soon you may. Word thoughts arriving that convey a resonance past typical thought right. Them, guard them, act on them. They may be items for the season establishing before you. My messengers prepare timing in conferences you could by no means agenda. Treat small introductions with care. They often result in wide rivers ahead. I'm additionally sending messengers to ease your weariness. Keep in mind even the anointed one after time in the wasteland obtained such care you too could be refreshed. I'm able to now not allow exhaustion to erase your spark. Your inner hearth will upward thrust once more, steadier and extra resilient than earlier than over again. I'm now not altering a single bankruptcy. I am shaping your complete legacy. A few battles you fought have been by no means just about you. They guard those who come after. Step forward on your lifestyles, loosens chains round others. This isn't always the ultimate scene. It's miles. The disclosing my brightness will seep through previously hidden cracks. Walk ahead with courage. My angels travel with you and my spirit flows via your phrases and movements. Every new day stand with quiet power, surrounded by assist you can't depend hope over. Again, I'm not completed. The unseen realm has already became closer to you. And visible change will observe. Wait with expectation. My care stays regular and the world around you'll quickly replicate. The movements now all started right here. The direction in advance may additionally still experience steep, but I deliver steady steerage with each step while uncertainty tugs. Consider this message while clarity spoke quietly into your mind. When I begin, I complete. Each level of the direction appears whilst coronary heart and second meet in balanced readiness. For you do not degree progress only by using visible shifts, quiet adjustments. Inner you be counted similarly. Self-belief, endurance, and perception are markers the out-of-doors global cannot chart yet. Have a good time. Then my paintings is thorough, touching reason's mind and picks real. Alternate continually begins inside before echoing through surroundings, felt by means of others later when fatigue whispers that not anything moves. Keep in mind I seldom relaxation. I attend to threads you can't see, arranging activities to join at particular moments. Your duty is to stay to be head receptive and sincere. Allow every sunrise be greeted with openness instead. Then approach believe as opposed to anxiety or protection by myself at times. You'll remember former seasons with mixed emotions. Do now not think about them as wasted. I used absolutely everyone to form resilience and compassion. That theory alone cannot teach. Gratitude for the journey guards you from regret and prepares you to assist others after they go similar stretches. As nicely take into account of language. Communicate from wish now not worry. Phrases set surroundings and atmosphere influences alternatives whilst doubt rises. Counter it with honest fact. I am present, I'm trustworthy, and this tale is unfinished. Consistent easy affirmations. Regular the thoughts better than complex declarations. You do no longer trust these days. Maintain organization with people who anchor you as opposed to unsettle you. A few relationships will regulate as you change. Release them graciously. Others will deepen. Invest time. There trust my guidance in those shifts. Community constructed on recognize and honesty will prove critical as new possibilities and demanding situations arrive for you. Preserve rhythms that nourish your spirit. Do not underestimate relaxation. A rested heart discerns greater really than a stressed one. Tempo yourself in order that momentum may be sustained instead of burned in a burst of activity. Maintain plans loosely. Approach has fee yet flexibility permits guidance to redirect you swiftly while a door closes. Withstand the urge to push. Step back and look ahead to every other beginning. Each closure communicates just as tons as every invitation. Listening saves energy that would be spent forcing results into place. Expect desirable. Prepare for effort. Prefer does not cancel labor. It gives labor that means meet each challenge with Integrity, whether in target audience watches or no longer work as, although each action contains weight as it does. Constant integrity converts small assignments into foundations sturdy sufficient to endure extra responsibility later for you. Shield your thoughts throughout quiet hours. Night can make bigger fear in place of rehearsing fears. Revisit the promises spoken this night. Let them revolve lightly to your mind until sleep comes. Morning will meet you with fresh perspective, and you may recognize how frequently braveness grows overnight without fanfare or loud noise. Avoid comparing your path to others. Every journey solutions distinctive questions. What seems swift for one may also not suit every other. Rejoice progress you study in friends without disregarding your personal. Mutual encouragement creates an environment wherein every person advances, and envy finds no soil to root. Freedom prospers in gratitude shared. Live curious ask me sincere questions. I welcome them. Curiosity keeps the coronary heart smooth, and the thoughts agile. Answers may additionally come via insights, conversations, or quiet know-how. Consider that none of your inquiries inconvenience me. Dialogue deepens. Dating and relationship is the setting wherein direction turns into maximum clear for you. Exercise gratitude. Intentionally acknowledging small items trains imaginative and prescient to identify larger one's. Gratitude turns attention from shortage closer to provision and opportunity. Show gratitude for the things that went well each day. Such reflection strengthens desire and hope, fuels perseverance through unpredictable terrain. On the manner in advance. Do not forget I value honesty over overall performance. Bring your joy, frustration, and confusion without enhancing actual speak. Beats rehearse speeches while emotions surge. Speak them. I can take care of. Depth. Honesty invites consolation, steering or correction. Exactly ideal to the second. Fostering growth. No polished presentation may want to obtain on your coronary heart nowadays as opportunities extend. Face up to the temptation to rush in advance of peace. Tempo protects imaginative and prescient. Move forward whilst inner assurance aligns with outer timing. If doubt clouds peace, wait ready in knowledge produces better effects than charging ahead in anxiety. Consider that pauses are strategic now, not punitive on your lengthy term. Precise. Celebrate milestones, but do no longer idolize them. The journey maintains past every landmark. Delight is healthful. Complacency isn't always. Mark achievements with gratitude, then realign cognizance in the direction of the continuing path. Growth thrives whilst celebration and forward vision stroll collectively, fueling enthusiasm without stalling the motion. Closer to what comes subsequent always. So child, breathe deeply now. Tonight's phrases will settle into your coronary heart over time. Return to them every time uncertainty knocks. I stay consistent, my guidance steady, my compassion unfailing. Walk onward with quiet confidence. I'm not talking of rare wonders, however, of simple gifts already woven into your regular existence. The warmth, the quiet sight of morning light pushing shade throughout the sky, these are sufficient. Notice them. Let your attention relaxation on how they steady your respiratory and raise your thoughts while you see they're well worth. You'll understand I have been nearby all along. No trumpet broadcasts those moments. Their electricity lies of their quiet honesty. Simple occasions like those maintain a strong kind of joy. They whisper that I offer what you want and steady what you fear. Deal with them as reminders, no longer ornaments, whilst gratitude movements from well-mannered words into clean, imaginative and prescient doors. Inner you swing open through the one's doors. Greater calm power an angle can input. Do no longer rush beyond thankfulness. Let it settle. Permit it color your outlook. Allow it guide the way you communicate. A brief thank you carried for your eyes consists of further than a paragraph recited via reminiscence. Such honesty trains you to apprehend good even on heavy days. Gratitude adjustments the floor on which your destiny will stand when you let it shine through your posture and tone it. Alerts believe more without a doubt than polished arguments one genuine smile can attain. Locations lengthy speeches miss because it comes from attention in place of. Display maintain that brightness uncaged do now not hide it behind complicated. Language simplicity has weight remember what grows inner you. Ultimately shapes what stands round you allow thanks go with the flow without self-aware. Caution watch how huge it could spread each sincere acknowledgement lays one. More strong stone under your feet over time these stones form floor capable of. Endure deeper perception and large duty cost every prefer visible. Or hidden a quiet word that lifts a burden a mild gesture that eases worry. A listening ear when silence felt heavy none of these is small I area them like constant lanterns. Alongside your course today some other light rests for your fingers consistent hand. Certain it isn't fragile it will final through difficult seasons and shiny ones alike. Keep that gift near allow it manual each step and shade every decision while morning arrives permit your existence itself speak gratitude louder than any banner meet others with the identical kindness that has met you remember that generosity is not measured through size but through sincerity offer time presence or encouragement without keeping rating. You may find that giving and receiving mixture into one motion every strengthening the alternative small moves. Travel similarly then you may comprehend touching memories you will in no way hear and don't forget even if solitude surrounds you you remain held within my attention your life sends quiet ripples through locations you cannot map. Once in a while they reach a person a glide in doubt steadying them for one more step you could never link that calm moment to your gesture yet the link exists except as true with that unseen exact. Accumulates days lengthen and shorten shadows shift vivid mild gives way to mild nightfall via every trade I remain present watching guiding supplying what will maintain your toes consistent my voice does now not fade into distance it sounds in your moral sense. Affected person and clean my promises do no longer buckle beneath pressure believe this. Stability let it calm any thought that questions your really worth or destiny even. Roaring storms cannot shake what I've spoken preserve to that certainty whilst noise round you tries to drown it know this constancy will not fade with age I stand firm unmoved through the hardest wind you belong to me and no pressure can rewrite that fact I've recognized you because the first breath and my regard for you has no longer dimmed soak up these phrases let them constant your nerves and raise your posture. Walk close and I'm able to keep to open surprising perspectives keep this assurance at hand as you face unknown turns allow it anchor you when surrounding voices grow loud whilst doubts floor return to this simple fact my commitment outlasts. Each season maintain moving in gratitude braveness and agree with through doing so that you take part in something that stretches beyond your very own lifetime even now you can experience a steady warmth. Interior your chest widening via your being it is not ordinary emotion it's miles. The quiet drive I region within you brighter than any surrounding darkish it. Powers your remedy and sparks new goals because you lean on me I'm ready. To act in methods you cannot yet imagine count on movement I've taken notice of the quiet cries that by no means reach your lips the longing for a regular shelter untouched through steady turmoil you want for peace that cannot be breached by using sudden storms recognize that I understand this choice I encourage you to photo calm area within even at the same time as the arena out of doors shifts that picture isn't get away. It is a reminder that balance can stay at the middle of a shifting lifestyles let this hope settle into your thoughts and manual your reactions a mind rooted in peace. Responds in place of panic speaks instead of shouts and waits rather than quits do not permit fear to unfold its roots through your questioning challenges. Might also collect like heavy clouds, but they hold no final electricity towards what I have. Declared permit confidence now, not dread, take the primary seat for your thoughts. Word how a single certain promise can outshine a morning sky. Packed with gray while anxiety mounts, repeat what is real and watch worry lose its grip. This practice isn't always denial, it is healthful cognizance, deciding on which voice becomes the manual. Stay with it, the recurring struggles you meet each day cannot erode the deep joy woven by your existence. Harsh winds may additionally whistle, but they cannot topple the sturdy trunk of accept as true with that stands internal you. This pleasure has been tested and validated, gaining strength with every pressure whilst waves hit. Keep in mind preceding moments while stability held. The one's memories are not mere nostalgia, they're proof that sturdiness lives in you. Maintain them close to like markers alongside a path. Allow them to remind you that internal strength grows below. Project your self-belief attracts from truths that do not shift. Unexpected turns might also shake what felt safe, however they can't strip away the calm and balance already positioned inside you. You aren't brittle, tossed about by means of each gust. Stand with shoulders again and eyes clean, knowing your really worth is secure even if plans change. Possibilities continue to be. Understand that flexibility isn't always weak point, it is a sign of adulthood born from. Consider the identical unwavering fact that steadies you. Furthermore, MGHT makes you adaptable. Hold that stability, you stand taller today. Revel in has stretched your view and reinforced your thoughts. My words have breathed existence into stale corners of idea, displaying that motive isn't constrained by means of shifting feelings. You are unfastened to choose your reaction and rise above surrounding noise. Take possession of that freedom, permit it direct how you act while chaos presses in. Calm selections made in belief carve clean paths through confusion. Others will word the balance and some will discover braveness to do the identical. Hold on foot, I am gifting you steady forces that after pushed you round now lose their grip. Mistakes may sting, yet they no longer call you. Missteps cannot cancel the route I have laid out. Imperfections whisper doubt, but they no longer dictate the tale. Your confidence rests no longer on fragile effort but on company. Promise if you stumble I will assist you. Stand whenever in case you falter. In many instances my staying power stays. Permit this assurance quiet perfectionism and invite resilient progress. Flow ahead, think lower back while you lost path. Blind to my care I still sought you out with steady grace. If I acted then why would I hold lower back now? While your coronary heart turns to me openly I am equipped to comfort swollen grief and take in silent tears. With presence I meet sorrow now, not with grand spectacle but with quiet nearness that eases weight over time. Agree with that kindness to maintain. Permit your feelings surface, you do not weaken by revealing them. I will now not step away while honesty suggests I understand the pain of remorse and the bruises left through harsh experience. My compassion surrounds the ones locations with consistent reputation. I stay close as you flow ahead even when threats seen or hidden try to unsettle you. I recognize your quiet courage and it movements me still. I beg you to rediscover your personal worth. Permit go of comparisons and lingering shame. See yourself through the lens of putting up with dedication, no longer non-permanent failure. Each day offer space to examine, alter and continue. Declare it, you belong to me. Your price does no longer depend on shifting reviews you pass among people who from time to time dim their own light and can attempt to dim yours as properly. If you chase their approval they might also ask you to replicate their fears and reduce your vision. Put off too lengthy in that atmosphere and bitterness can develop in time. You would possibly surprise why your path feels crowded with thorns. Consider my love runs deeper than any ocean and Wider than the open sky, I invite you to permit that love flood dry corners of your heart with clean life. You stand at a crossroads fashioned by using two instructions: desire that opens ahead or remorse that circles inward. The second road drifts through a dim valley where frustration wraps tight across the soul. The selection earlier than you is obvious. Will you keep to the bright truth discovered to you, or will you linger among damp shadows selected by means of others? Will you step towards the imaginative and prescient I have sketched for you, or bend to small needs that sap your power? Will you spend power attractive voices that wound, or will you honor the one who positioned reason on your heart with care? Let my love light the way so others also can locate route. Speak this encouragement freely so we are able to unfold steadiness and hope together. Concentrate cautiously. I shaped the universe and still fashioned you with targeted joy. Earlier than clocks commenced, I knew your name. I set healthy desires within you every time to grow. On the right season I draw you shut so you might also understand me, no longer as distant electricity, however as regular guide. Walk in that nearness and you may percentage in lasting victory. This invitation is unmistakable, its promise positive as dawn. Relaxation right here, and permit self-belief rise. In case you believe these words and align your picks with a wider angle, a season of deeper cause will unfold. I offer a continual domestic for desire to take root and for consider to bloom in vibrant shade. Right here, protection isn't always tied to condition but to relationship. In this vicinity courage grows quietly yet powerfully, shaping each upcoming decision. Take delivery of this space, it's miles yours. Live from it, proportion its peace here. Compassion replaces judgment and cause clarifies like morning air after rain. Yet I communicate sincerely. This adventure asks you to agree with what remains unseen and to look forward to guarantees that feel distant. Staying power is not a burden but a refining fireplace that shapes suitable character. Desires planted in faith want time. Their roots give a boost to quietly. Earlier than boom suggests the encompassing culture. Shouts for instant advantage and sudden praise. I name you to withstand that noise and live. Consistent persistence isn't always state of no activity, it is energetic perception. Hold direction, look around, and you may note a few whose pride clouds their view. They demand that occasions bend to their will and items arrive without gratitude. Of their hurry they forget about mild training and crush fragile hearts. They refuse humble acknowledgement and communicate harshly. Approximately those who fluctuate. My help can't rest on presumption. It rests wherein sincerity lives. Humility is not a mask but an honest posture, admitting dependence and establishing area for proper boom. So watches such consistency. Invitations awareness to settle and stay nearby. Those who dismiss humility damage others with sharp words. Stepping over vulnerability. Arrogance leaves little room for authentic connection, and wherein such delight dominates, my voice unearths no welcome praise. Worn as disguise hides lack of confidence, as opposed to resolves it. Real humility, however, springs from recognizing that lasting effect cannot be done on my own. It chooses listening over boasting and service over applause. From that soil proper understanding rises live, grounded. While you exercise such grounded humility, you create space in which others feel safe to develop, and in that shared safety new opportunities. See my word, the honesty inner you, and it pleases me. Step ahead with braveness and conviction. Let my words guide, my care improve, and my promise preserve you. Constant the arena might also rage, yet you continue to be relaxed in my hands. The future prepared for you glows with hope. Every trustworthy step includes you closer. Preserve this perspective whilst uncertainty rises, and you will flow with quiet warranty. Hold trusting every step and agree with shapes day after today. Let anticipation no longer tension Mark your adventure. Pleasure waits along the direction. You're never by myself. I see the subtle tremors of your heart, the burden of your questions, and the courage it takes to come to me without pretense. You kneel rather than call, for you've got discovered that actual electricity resides in kindness that shines regularly without conceitedness. You remember that mercy flows deeper than performance, and persistence lasts longer than applause. This focus pleases me. Carry it forward while you stumble. Take into account this know-how and stand once more with humility. Your increase matters more than a faultless report. Preserve. I continue to be present. I recognize you will pass over the mark. At times you're a fragile being shaped from earth and breath. Your steps can also waver. Your sight can also blur. Your electricity may also be beneath strain, yet something within you has shifted. You are starting to see in another way. Think freshly. Sense a desire that outlasts fleeting pleasure. You have got tasted my care, and its sweetness lingers. Preserve on to that flavor. Every time discouragement whispers, permit it. Remind you development is happening. Increase often moves quietly before it turns into visible. Believe the system. Preserve. Walking with attention. You have got felt how forgiveness softens chains of disgrace and loosens knots of doubt. Your well-worth isn't always tied to applause, trophies, or titles. It isn't always decided by way of the ones unable to peer the radiance woven inside you. Your fee rests in my unshakable devotion. Allow this fact settle deeper than any criticism. Stand from it. Communicate from it. Act from it. No circumstance can cut this bond. Keep in mind it when fulfillment arrives. And whilst it appears a long way away, the foundation stays equal in both. Allow stability guide your alternatives. I designed a route for you that is significant, not constantly easy. It wins through uncertain valleys and climbs ridges wherein the air feels thin, but each stretch holds reason. The route will take a look at remedy, polish individual, and draw you in the direction of my guarantees. I do not assume you to stroll it in isolation. I stroll with you, providing braveness while fear seems, and lifting you when you stumble. Hold moving till you stand in the full. Final results organized for you. The summit awaits. Consider every marker along the ascent. I have now not asked you to journey on my own. My voice whispers braveness. My presence steadies your footing. I invite you to bypass this encouragement to others who want calm. Do no longer maintain. Again from this calling I need the ones you care. Approximately buddies, acquaintances, circle of relatives to discover the same shelter. Image them breathing easily. Heavy concerns lifting minds quiet underneath consistent safety. Your choice echoes further than you spot. One step towards kindness lights a trail for lots. Once they word your steady peace and lasting pleasure, they will surprise how it's far shaped through your life. They may glimpse the invitation I enlarge to them as well. Remember, each decision you are making carries impact you cannot fully degree. Quiet power for your eyes, calm to your voice, and true joy for your actions. Spark curiosity in observers. They may see guidance shaping your journey and hardships becoming tales of redemption. Let those tales talk louder than arguments. Human beings analyze by instance. Your lifestyles can show them what consistent accept as true with looks like. They may then pick to explore the same course. Be affected person. Whilst curiosity grows, transformation frequently starts in silence before it surfaces in movement. Your existence becomes a window through which others glimpse real hope. Stand at this intersection and choose accurately. Will you step absolutely into my embrace? Analyze the gentle rhythm of my approaches and shape your days by using lasting priorities. Will you launch brief needs and cling to guarantees that endure? Will you allow me to nurture your trust till it matures into considerable lifestyles? The invitation stands waiting for your solution. I will no longer force your hand, however I will remain geared up, eager to steer every time you decide to observe. I realize your inner panorama Beneath swirling fears and tugging uncertainties a hearth longs for a life. Marked by faith, humility and gratitude, I see it and I am organized to fan that flame till it lighting the manner in advance. My arms are open, my phrases ring real and my plans convey lasting weight. I'm the unchanging author who spoke galaxies into being and carved rivers through mountains with a whisper. I remain present, affected person and attentive as you develop. Step into this constant care. Without hesitation today I have arranged this time so that you can hear my call as sincerely as first mild. I've aligned activities so that you may recognize my heart and accept as true with my guarantees. What's going to you pick out? Will you taking my hand and enter the life organized for you, or will you yield to voices that neither understand nor have a good time? The hope within you, the choice sits before you. Don't forget, possibility rarely arrives with loud fanfare. It often comes softly, looking ahead to an inclined heart to mention yes and step ahead. The selection remains yours, yet know this, my love surpasses every measure. I long to pour out goodness so beneficent that your heart can scarcely contain it. I'm opening wide the windows of opportunity, liberating a flow of kindness in an effort to depart you surprised. You'll not simply glimpse provision, you will live within it. Stay equipped to acquire, hold a thankful posture and watch surprising benefits emerge in ordinary moments. Permit gratitude shield your outlook and you may recognize every present as it quietly enters your day. Amen.